guys, welcome back. We're finally out. Welcome back to another episode here in sunny and gloomy Florida. And of course, it's not too bad yet, but let's wait on some traffic, baby. Dude, this bike sounds amazing right now. This bike sounds amazing. This is actually the first time I take it out since I finished putting in the parts that I'm still waiting for some more parts. But she runs good. She runs healthy. Really healthy. Just get a little feel for it here. And she sounds loud. Yeah, she sounds healthy. And of course, we got Brembo stopping power. And as a first time dealing with Brembo brake system, she sounds amazing. And stops even more amazing. Of course, I meant stop. I mean, Brembo ain't gonna do nothing with the sound. I'm just too excited, guys. I'm too excited before I get really sad about. Oh, of course. Yep. Yep. Let's give this little slowpoke here a little break while we get ready to talk about the title of this video, which is Honda got a recall, y'all. My CBR600 got a recall and I am sad, and for that we need to go and pray. Oh man, I'm really sad about it. I'm really sad about it. Before we break this all down, let me just show it outside. Brand new ZX10 2025, and of course all the parts have been put in. So like I said in the last video, pillion seat, the seat cowl is done. We got domino grips with the slide protection on the grips. We're still waiting on the slide protection on the front for the forks and the radiator guard, so fingers crossed. But what do you guys think about the yellow? What do you guys think about the yellow headlights? Please let me know down in the comments. Doesn't she look freaking amazing? So, crash protection for the frame. This right here, between these two, my most favorite upgrades. Grip, and more grip. Makes a heck of a difference. So far, tail tidy. Tail tidy is complete. Of course, you can't have a proper tail tidy without license plate light and turn signals. And we did do the tail light. So this is a brand new tail light, smoked out. Tell me that it doesn't look beautiful. Beautiful bike, runs great. Wow, now that I see it outside, she is dirty. She gets dirty super easy. Yeah, she needs a detail, which I actually, ever since I picked up this bike, I haven't even detailed it at all. So I haven't even cleaned her yet. Like, I've only done a wipe around on the plastics, but I've never really truly detailed. Like, it even has the pace from factory, which is insane for it to have 500 miles. Pure windscreen, lightly smoked. I don't like it too dark, and I think the wind resistance is amazing on it. But the reason why we came, oh, by the way, we're also waiting on the passenger peg delete. And yes, I put these back as a reminder because they stood out and that looks ugly. But I can't wait till I get the passenger peg delete so we can go ahead and get that tidied up. But for what we came for, this right here, guys, this right here is the reason why I'm making this video today, okay? Let me open this little letter up. Bam. So our 2025 CBR600RR is getting a recall. And let me read exactly what's going on. Why my vehicle is under recall. Due to proper and finish of the engine's block cylinder surface, excessive engine oil consumption may occur. As the oil level drops below the minimum required level, oil pressure can decrease, potentially leading to an engine seizing. If the engine seizes, it may cause rear wheel lockup, engine components to breach the engine case, and or engine oil to contact the exhaust system or rear tire, increasing the risk of a crash, injury, or fire. They forgot the most important part. Freaking death. You're gonna probably die if this shit happens, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like that. Why are there so many new bikes having this type of issue? And I apologize. I didn't mean to curse, especially here, but it was one minor word. It's okay. The reason why it upsets me is because we have bikes that not only as the years go on, they get upgrades, better versions, things like that, but they have the same motor. The same motor. For example, R1. Only bike I really truly know of. These I haven't really researched too much. I'm assuming it's going to be similar. Not the same. But the R1 has the same engine from 2015 to now. Minor improvements here and there, of course. Maybe a little bit of coolant rerouting. Maybe a little bit of engine rerouting so we can get oil in places that wasn't there before. But same motor. So why is it that we have brand new bikes having issues with a motor that's already been established for years? And that's a little concerning. Is the factory trying to crunch time? Are they trying to push out these bikes really fast to meet the deadline? Who knows? I'm not into that. Oh, we did take out the exhaust, if it hasn't popped out already. Which, for now, while we get a exhaust system for this bike, I did get a 2-inch piece of pipe, and I cut some slits. So if you notice, there's some slits going around, so that way it can grasp down. I put a clamp on it, painted it matte black. If I didn't point it out, you wouldn't even tell. But the thing is, why is this happening? ZX6 not only had one recall, but they had 2 recalls. Isn't that crazy? That they have to go through something so horrible, having an even more dangerous situation, putting the rider at risk for something new that they bought. In my experience, for example, the reason why I got a new bike is because I'm not too familiar with bikes. I can take cars apart. I cannot take a bike apart. I don't have the experience. I don't know very much. Maybe it's the same. I haven't gotten that far to experiment. So, the other thing about the recall, which is the next part here, what Honda will do, okay? The repair for your motorcycle is being finalized and currently not available. However, it is expected to be available in July of 2026. Honda will send you a follow-up letter when the repair is available, so you can then bring your motorcycle into the dealer for repair for free. Woohoo! It's getting fixed for free, guys. Yeah! But in July. So you're sending me a letter telling me that I potentially cannot drive my motorcycle for the next 3 months until July comes. What am I going to do for the next 3-4 months? You know what I mean? What am I going to do? This is crazy. I mean, having to wait until July for a repair on something that it clearly states that they're still trying to figure it out. Why did it happen from factory? Was it a machine? Was it a operator? Who knows? Same thing happened with the ZX6. Something minor needed to get readjusted. Probably added washers to get it fixed. Who knows? But people were at risk. What you need to do. At this time, we ask for your patience while we finalize the repair In the interim, it is important that the oil level on your motorcycle be routinely inspected. Please call any authorized Honda Power Sport dealer and make an appointment to inspect your oil level every 300 miles to monitor for any oil consumption until the repair becomes available. Once again, the dealer will perform this inspection for free. Woo! Free! No. Who cares? That's something I could do at home. As of right now, I've been checking the oil myself, and I've actually been very meticulous on checking the oil. The guide states that it's supposed to be checked every, let me see, it's supposed to be changed every 8,000 miles. I'm actually changing it every 3,000 miles. I don't know if that's a waste of money for oil changes. It looks kind of dark. There's not really a dipstick that I can put, you know, to really check the color. So I just change it. Now, knowing that it's 8,000 miles, maybe I'll push it a little bit more, because 3,000, man, I mean, and for the miles that I'm putting in, I'm putting like 3,000 miles or so. So it's like I'm still pretty low on it, you know, every 3 months, 3,000 miles, that's not bad. But the first 2 times that I changed the oil, I did notice that the bike's oil level is low. Now for me, after putting oil this last time, after properly breaking it in, right now it's at 6,000 miles. I've already took it through the ups and downs of all the rev limits on all gears. I feel like maybe it's not a proper break-in until you get your revolutions to go through each gear, to go through all the revolution cycles, for everything to properly get lubricated. So I'm assuming that maybe I needed extra oil to lubricate areas that didn't get lubricated before because of bearings, you know, getting broken in, and moving parts getting broken in properly or improperly. I don't know. But after this last time that I put oil, honestly, it was fine. Like, I just checked it last night and the oil level's perfect. So, and let's get out of here. It's starting to get a little hot. But I'm gonna be honest, I checked the oil level seems to be fine, and I did put my VIN number on the I put the VIN number on the website, and it said for mine it doesn't really qualify. It says like it's still like in the middle, like I'm in the category, but like my specific VIN doesn't really know. Mind you, I did hear about this recall about a month ago, so like it could be updated now to where I try again, and now it states like, oh yeah, you definitely have an issue. But yeah, I just wanted to share that I just find that a little crazy, having a recall on something new. And when the time comes in July, we'll find out. We'll send it in, get it fixed. Hopefully after that, it's, you know, good to go. But what we're gonna do now, because right now I'm getting some tires put on the CBR, and I'm about to go pick it up in a little bit. So let's go ahead and flip it over to the CBR. And we're back. It is a little bit darker than what it was earlier, and that's all for a good reason. So I'm driving zigzagging around because I did get brand new tires on this motorcycle. So on the CBR, I now have Dunlop Road Smart 4s. I previously had put Road 5s on the Yamaha R1, but to be honest, I didn't like them as much as this one. So far it definitely feels a lot better, and I am enjoying them more, even though it's been like 3 miles, so it hasn't been very long yet. And why is it nighttime already when I was just gonna pick up the bike after dropping it off for an hour and change? Well, long story short, we pretty much had a nightmare happen. I will kind of show it later once I get to the destination. But basically, let's just say that there was a bolt that got stripped on the front axle, because the back tire got changed rather quickly. But the whole issue arose from the front axle. Looks like one of the bolts got stripped on it, and yeah, it pretty much caused a whole nightmare. So of course it's nighttime, roads are pretty cool compared to earlier in the day, and for that I can't be ripping on this thing. But pretty much, you know, transported it, unloaded, took a look at it. Now I'm whipping it around, and it does feel good. It does feel good to have tires again, because the other ones were pretty much done for. So going back to the main topic, I am currently driving the CBR, which, am I not supposed to be driving it? I mean, I keep checking the oil, and the oil is a pretty good level. So I'm gonna keep driving it until I can verify it on the computer, and then see if my VIN number is part of that group of bikes to like be careful with. But it's like I was saying earlier, it's a little ridiculous having to get something new and having an issue that literally happened on the same exact bike decades ago. You would think that this is an issue that once it's discovered, it would get resolved. But for it to happen again in 2025, that's just ridiculous. Alright, so what am I to do? Well, in my case, I'm gonna keep driving this thing until I'd have the recall, I guess, the recall fix in July. So I guess once we get to that point, we'll send it in, because if I'm getting a letter, it basically means, I mean, I'm part of it. Whether I check the group or not, I'm basically part of the group. So hooray. And it's for free, guys, can't forget, it's for free. So can be free. And yeah, I mean, I guess I really won't understand. I won't understand until I guess I can get like layman's terms as to what exactly is the fix, because so far we don't know. All we know is that there's some issues with the finish itself of the motor. So I don't know if it needs to be roughed up. I don't know if it needs to be how do you say, what's that proper term? It's where you polish like the top layer. It's basically machining the engine block. So I don't know at this point. I don't know, or maybe we'll get a brand new block at this point, you know, get a new block, and they'll be like, hey, just so you know, it's a brand new motor. Like, hey, that would be pretty freaking cool, man. Like, you know, to put 6,000 miles, 7,000 miles on a bike, and the recall ends up giving me a fixed up motor with a brand new motor. I mean, like, that would be sweet. But oh shoot, I'm running out of gas. I gotta get some gas. Let's go do that, and then we'll make it to our destination. Yeah, because we definitely won't be able to make it without it. And we're here. Welcome to Kissimmee Motorsports. I'm gonna go around here, and of course I came back, I let them know. It's like, hey, I'm gonna be recording here later on. They're like, yeah, no worries. And I'd rather do that, honestly, because I don't want to do it with them around after the headache that was today. But we're here. This is Kissimmee Motorsports. That's where they have the dealership. This is where they have the service center, which is pretty cool, because a couple of years back it was literally just a dealership, and then the back area was the service center. This was actually a car wash, and they bought it and they fully expanded, which is the smartest thing that they ever did, because now they have a dedicated service center, so they could freaking put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cars, ATVs and motorcycles at the same time. But this is it. This is the CBR600RR 2025, baby. And what was the issue? The issue was this son of a gun right here. That bolt was the issue. And it wasn't just that bolt. Let me actually get the culprit itself. But the issue here is that we happen to have crash protection on this bike. I installed Womack Tech's crash protection, and let me explain it like this. Womack Tech, really good brand. I've had it on a couple of motorcycles already. Womack Tech. That's actually TST, but Womack Tech in the front. On the Kawasaki, on the R1, on the R7, I installed Womack Tech crash protection. When the R1 fell, Womack Tech saved it. So I cannot complain about it, except one thing. The R1, the R7, this bolt from factory comes with a hole on it. On the other side, it's hollow, because that's how it comes. Well, on the Hondas, they don't come hollow. So they actually set one over, which is this one. Now, a little lesson here. This is an aluminum bolt. The shaft, which, ba-bam, is steel. Aluminum does not go with steel, okay? This is the bolt that I had at my house, which now it's actually going in perfectly fine now that they fixed it. So I have an extra shaft as a reminder that aluminum does not go with steel, okay? So I dropped off the bike, which this is looking nice, actually, a couple miles here, so it's not bad. Starting, oh yeah, I see the marks already. That's actually pretty cool. It's wearing in beautifully, but we got to keep wearing it in a couple, like at least 200 miles, so that way we could take corners and it's pretty sticky or whatnot. But nice tires. I ordered Dunlop Road Smart 4s. Beautiful tire. Looks like it could definitely push the water out because it has the engravings for the water route. Beautiful tire. Very nice grip. Overall, compared to the Michelin Road 6s, way better grip. Last about the same. The Road 6s last a little bit longer, but for the 200-300 miles that it lasts longer, and the difference in price, which is like $100, I'd rather get this, okay? Dunlop all the way from now on. And of course, I'm not gonna get Pirellis because I'm not a track bike. I'm not trying to spend that money for road Pirellis as well. I'm okay. Dunlop is a magnificent brand. So the back tire was done pretty quick. The front one, they went to go take this off, and bam, it snapped. It snapped right into the shaft. So by it snapping into the shaft, all of a sudden I was not going to be able to get the bike today. I was going to get it later on, which it sucks. I have to work. I have, places to go. Mostly work. That's literally what I do until, otherwise. But I needed it today. I was very upset with the situation. I got a call from the dealership. Hey, and I was like, hey, is it ready? And they're like, about that. Yeah, actually the bolt stripped, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no way. Like, how the hell do you strip a bolt? Like, that is the easiest thing to take out compared to like parts of an engine, things like that. And this is a dealership. So I got very upset. I came by here. Overall, very upset with the situation. They told me it was going to take a couple of days for me to get it back. And I was like, no way. Like, I need it today. Like, I have to go to work. And as I was leaving, I then saw the general manager, because the service manager wasn't here at the time. So I met with the general manager, his name is Sheldon, and I let him know because I had bought warranty on my ZX10. And because of the experience that I had, I was very upset, and I was like, you know what, like, I don't want to have anything done here anymore. So I let him know. It's like, hey, I want my warranty refunded. To which he's like, why? And I let him know about the situation. He's like, it was one of my guys? And I was like, yeah. So right away he came and he walked over. He was like, no, what the hell happened? What's going on? Why is this like this? But then we found out it was because of the aluminum bolt. He made phone calls, literally called other dealerships and got the shaft from another dealership. And he was like, I'm not going to have it in Friday. I'm going to have it in today. So I'm like, wow, okay. Like, I appreciate that. I know I'm very upset, but I'm also in shock at the fact that the general manager is going out of his way to get this for me. Mind you, it was already like 4:40. So closing's at 6 o'clock here. They sent one of the employees to go get the part, which is like an hour away. And all of a sudden, the service manager returns because he was at lunch at the time. I mean, goodness, lunch that late? The man's very busy. He got to eat. Okay? He gets back, finds out about the situation, and while they sent the guy to go pick up the part, he literally took the bike apart, put the tire on because it wasn't done yet because this was stuck. Took it apart, put the tire on, had everything ready. The other guy came. While the guy was coming with this piece, the new one, this is the old one, he gave me the lesson about aluminum. And I now understand. It's like, look, I'm so confused. Like, I've had Womack Tech before. Yes, I've never had to replace an axle bolt, but it's strange how they would send me an aluminum bolt instead of a steel bolt. To which, okay, look, I'm thinking about drilling a hole on this one, because technically if I drill it with a diamond tip bit, it should work. And I'll be able to still use the crash protection. But until that happens, I'm just going to leave it like this because it's fixed. It's all done in one day, which I'm super grateful. Elio is the service manager here. He went out of his way, along with the Sheldon, the general manager. They went out of their way. They stayed here past after hours. And it was something where I am so grateful to have people like that are willing to do that for a customer. And it was an aftermarket part, so it's not like, you know, it's a stock part, something happened with the you know, one of the workers like messed it up, this and that. No, it was an aftermarket part that unfortunately the material is not meant to be put on steel. So for them to go and do this, fix the bike, get me up and running today, I'm like, dude, this is great. Of course, I did not get a refund for the warranty because I'm super grateful. Like, I mean, I'm like, dude, this is legit, like, really great service. So if anybody has any work to do, regardless of Kawasaki, come to Kissimmee Motorsports. Kawasaki, Ducati, Honda, they'll pretty much do it all, okay? These guys are very, very experienced. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to get some tips on how the part works. What is this it right here? Oh no, that's something else. Whoopsies. So, yeah, I'm super grateful on like how the part works, and you know, they're able to get me up and running right away. So I got my brand new tires, and I think this is the first time where I'm like legitly showing her because I haven't done one. But yeah, I mean, crash protection I've shown, got the stump grip, Yoshimura exhaust. I still got to do the full exhaust conversion, so I have to take off the catalytic and then do the rest of it. But it's a great bike. yeah, it's a great bike. It runs great, feels great. But it's so unfortunate now, going back to the main topic at hand, which is the recall, because at any point this baby could just seize up if it doesn't have enough oil in it. And we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the next couple of months. Hopefully I get that follow-up letter to where we can get the fix. But yeah, I think it's been a heck of a day, and I think it's time to go home. So with that, let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about the overall experience? Do you guys share any bikes where you had recalls on it? ZX6s? Do you have a CBR600 that also got the recall? Do you have any other bikes, any other brands? I don't know about all the other recalls. I only have specific bike. So like, I know about that one, of course, but what other bikes out there are having the same types of issues for motors that are probably the same for decades as well? So let me know in the comments. If you like this video, support with a like, hit subscribe. I'm on Twitch as well, same name as the channel, Be Not Him. And still working on Yote. So I got like this week, and I got next week for platinuming it. And of course, next week we got Resident Evil Requiem, so can't wait for that. And with that, I'll let you guys go on the next one. Peace.